We do want to get right to our top story this morning. It is the latest on the coronavirus emergency and the news that the first cases of a more contagious variant have been detected now right here in the U.S. And that is raising concerns about another possible surge, and it is adding to this urgency that people get vaccinated.
More than 48 million doses have been distributed. More than 21 million Americans have received at least one dose. We're going to be joined live by CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky in just a moment. First, Whit Johnson is at a vaccination site. Good morning, Whit.
George, good morning to you. Here in Queens, one of the hardest hit areas in New York, they are desperately trying to speed up the vaccine rollout with mass vaccination sites like this one behind me. Take a look from above and our drone camera. You can see efforts just getting underway here today, but the problem remains supply amid new fears of that South African variant now landing in the U.S. This morning, promising news from Johnson & Johnson, releasing their phase 3 vaccine trial data, saying their single-shot vaccine is very effective against COVID-19.
This is probably the single most exciting result in our entire clinical study, that we have 85% protection against severe COVID, irrespective of where in the world you're talking about and what kind of variant you're talking about. Even if you were to contract COVID on this vaccine, you have a much milder course.
The announcement follows an alarming discovery. Officials confirming the first cases of that highly contagious South African variant detected in the U.S. 2 cases appearing in South Carolina in different parts of the state. Neither person has a history of travel and no connection between the two.
The South African variant is quite concerning. It has spread relatively widely now. I believe it's in more than 20 different countries.
The CDC urging Americans to avoid travel. President Biden adding South Africa to the list of countries banned from traveling to the U.S., a ban that won't take effect until Saturday.
It takes a little bit of time to put these restrictions in place, to work with airlines, work with regulatory authorities to get them in place. We did that as quickly as possible.
Health experts saying early tests show the South African variant may chip away at the effectiveness of the vaccines. Moderna already studying a possible booster shot, and Pfizer saying they won't make changes now, but are prepared to do so if needed.
The race to vaccinate is now a race against these variants as well.
The race right now is really straightforward. We've got to vaccinate as many people as possible, and we've got to control the infections as much as possible before these variants become dominant. The data from other countries is that when these variants become dominant, they can really wreak havoc on health systems.
And here's another look from above this mass vaccination site here in Queens in our drone camera. But back to that news about the Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccine. Not only did they release the data from their phase 3 clinical trials, but they are expected to apply for emergency use authorization next week, which the FDA would then review and potentially approve by the end of February.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.